things just get crazier and crazier, especially the deeper we dive within Roblox Doors Floor 2. We've already uncovered well over 40 plus secrets in previous videos, and now you're telling me that there's even more that we missed and that are even more insane? Yeah, make sure you watch the whole video and like and subscribe because things get insane. Number 1, light statue. Well, here we go. Back within the newly revamped courtyard, if we do take a look within the guiding light statue, we don't really notice too much other than those Seek Eye icons on the statue that we've discussed previously. But you need to have the map on Roblox Studio in order to uncover this insane secret. Also, quick shout out to Cheddarballs as they actually documented this major secret. But if we do indeed go into the asset files for the guiding light statue, it's now actually able to be split apart, as you can notice a left part and a right part within the Studio Explorer. Previously, the guiding light statue mesh was just a giant model and was not separated into parts. Now the secret goes deeper, especially if we end up moving these two halves of the statue away from the base, as we can notice a large tomb-looking hole that caves within the floor of the courtyard. Going underneath the statue in the model actually does resemble that of a grave, especially due to the circle structure within the statue when it's put together, revealing that this is simply not just a statue, but an actual grave, presumably for the guiding light. But this could also be a hidden secret that may lead to a secret room, either currently with a strange combination that the community hasn't figured out yet, or it may be added in the future later on when the game receives another major update. Number 2, hidden dogs. If you didn't know, the developers of Roblox Doors are well known to be able to hide many little secret Easter eggs throughout the models of their games. And we did already find one within the Floor 2 map right behind the fallen elevator shaft. But there was yet even more posters of these said cats being found, and this time it was hidden back in Floor 1 within the revamped courtyard. A hacker was able to contact me and send me this screenshot of what appears to be a bunch of random dog posters showing a dog laying down on top of a bed. And if we do check this out within the revamped courtyard files, we can notice all the posters around here. These posters no clip through the top pillars of the courtyard connecting bridge and can only be seen with a free roaming camera that is enabled by hacked scripts. Now, we're not sure what these dogs have to do with any references, but as we know, the cat posters are a big reference to Lolcat, the famous Doors hacker. But it is interesting to see the developers adding in even more secrets that hackers have access to. Number 3, Room 99 door. Within the greenhouse rooms within Room 99, there is a big giant door that can be found towards the backside of one of these walls, and this was a room that had always been inside the courtyard since the Hotel Plus update. Previously, there wasn't really anything going on within the room, as there was even a hacker that tried cutting down the vines a year ago, and it wasn't coded in, unfortunately not letting them in the room. But after the Doors Floor 2 update, there had been some major changes, one of which did upgrade the models of the closets, and they are in fact confirmed to be interactable thanks to a hacker sending in screenshot proof. Now, not sure why there would be working closets within this room, especially since the door is blocked off and players aren't technically supposed to be in there, unless there may be a secret way around in order to get into this room, because why else would there be working closets within here? It just doesn't make any sense. As for the rest of the room, there's nothing really much going on within it, but the new room revamps do look nice and the assets do add more mystery within it. Number 4, secret doors. Again, within the newly revamped courtyard back in Floor 1, if we do cut through the vines that leads into the basement, not only can you notice the secret rooms and all of the gold that comes with it, if we come towards the back, we can notice a blocked off room that contains 2 doors on either side. And if we stay within the room for a couple of moments, you'll notice the doors within this blocked off room start to glow blue as the guiding light is showing us something strange. There's something something going on within this room, and with these doors, especially as the entity is hinting that something may be useful here in the future. If we do check out the doors within the studio map, we can notice a wall behind it, which is honestly pretty strange, because most of the fake doors within the game model files don't have anything behind it. And yes, that does include the secret door that does feature the Five Nights at Freddy's ambient sound effect. There's literally nothing behind this door. So my theory is that there may currently also be a deep secret regarding about this room, similar to how the rooms work with the gate lever, or it could be a new feature implemented in the future, as Redables did say that they weren't really able to implement some big things as they had hoped. Maybe this possible minigame room could have been one of the things they were referring to. But you know what's even weirder? If we look more within the secret rooms here, you can notice a ton of festering meat all around the place, way more than usual. We already know festering meat is associated with the figure entity, so this means that the figure is also within this strange secret area, though we don't have any ideas why that may be. Number 5, Guiding Light. Yeah, it's safe to assume everyone knows who the Guiding Light is, the blue sparkly entity that helps players progress through the scary floors. But there was actually a little feature that the developers ended up changing that not too many people are talking about within the community. When dealing with the figure or after completing a seek chase sequence, you can notice a new Guiding Light barrier that blocks the door, preventing entities from leaving the room and chasing players. This specifically wasn't in the game before, especially since the doors would physically be shut. If we take a closer look at the barrier, especially if we remove the moon logo, the circle logo, and the lines, revealing just the door glow particles surrounding the entity, which does show something very strange. It actually looks like a close-up picture of some weird creature. Well, if we do take the texture link, we can find that it's called a scary door effect created by Elsplash all the way back on May 2nd, 2024. And this is what the picture looks like if we put the door effect against a black screen. There does seem to be an interesting linkage going on within the middle part. The effect is really hard to see, especially because of all the other assets going on, but with only 2 favorites on this asset link, it's surprising no one was talking about this one, as this could probably be the closest visual representation of the Guiding Light that we can get, other than, of course, the statue that may have been their human form. So, noting that, this could actually be the Guiding Light's current form, especially if we could connect it to the first secret, in which we found out that underneath the statue is actually a tombstone for the Guiding Light. But what do you guys think? Like and subscribe and take care.